I've not talked to any individual. Excuse me.
You know, you're supposed to cough into your elbow. I don't know, sir. I learned that actually covering your White House.
Actually, that's true. But fortunately, I'm alone in my home. But that's okay.
All right.
I agree. You're right.
You should it's kind of old school to do it with your hand. Do it into your elbow. You're supposed to do it.
Thank you.
Let me.
Approximately, excuse me. I beg your pardon. I swallowed wrong. You've already gotten my release.
Yes.
I've decided that we're going to be cautious, make sure there's no travel to and from South Africa and 6 other countries in that region, and except for American citizens who are able to come back. But we don't know a lot about the variant, except that it is a great concern. It seems to spread rapidly, and I spent about a half hour this morning with my COVID team led by Dr. Fauci, and so that was the decision we made.
All right, guys, so that is Sleepy Joe, or shall I say Sickly Joe, coughing all over the place, spreading germs all over the place, shaking people's hands, taking off his mask, doing all types of stuff that to me does not seem to be responsible for him to be doing times like these, right? Times like these where he is pushing everybody to get vaccinated and warning us about the dangers of these new Omicron variant, the South African variant that apparently is more scarier than the Delta variant, according to the mainstream media. Now, despite Biden saying this, he doesn't really seem to be super concerned about it because he was spotted in Nantucket shopping indoors without a mask despite a sign mandating them. Now, it's funny because literally right before this story, I just did a story about this creepy guy in Walmart taking pictures of a guy's daughter because she wasn't wearing a mask, right? And in normal situations like that, I think people should mind their own business. I don't think that civilians should be trying to play mask police. However, I think it's totally appropriate when it's done to Biden because these are the people that are pushing mandates on people to wear the mask and to be responsible, and they're shaming people who don't do it, but yet they're not doing it, right? We all know it's theater, okay? Like Rashida Tlaib admitted, we only wear them because we don't want Republicans saying anything about it, right? So again, when they're caught violating their own rules, the rules that they're pushing, yeah, I think it's appropriate to catch them in the act, right? To show how hypocritical they are. But obviously in normal situations among civilians, you know, I do think it's inappropriate to try to play mass police. Just to clear that up, because I literally just talked about this. But yeah, now we have Biden being caught in Nantucket, the place that he's been hanging out for Thanksgiving, right? At the billionaire's house. Right, while we're experiencing massive inflation and Americans can afford to buy turkeys this year, he's hanging out at a billionaire's house, right? So in this same place, apparently he is shopping here, and he gets caught maskless, even though there's literally a sign on the door that says you must wear a mask. So here's the sign right here, and that's Joe Biden. That's Biden right there, no mask. Everybody else in there is wearing a mask except him. Everybody in there. Clearly, you're required to wear one from a business, right? Leftists claim they believe in that now, right? They believe in businesses being able to do what they want. Most, if not all, people in there are wearing a mask. That's what it looks like for the most part. So, yeah. Biden's basically a super spreader at this point, right? And I got a whole lot of evidence to back up that claim. So let's read here. President Joe Biden was spotted shopping inside a store over the weekend without wearing a mask, which he has repeatedly urged Americans to wear. The president was seen inside Murray's Toggery shop on the island of Nantucket Saturday with his mask around his neck and not covering his mouth, despite a visible sign outside the door instructing patrons to wear a mask. According to the White House press pool, Biden walked out the shop at 4:45 p.m. with his mask down and drinking what appeared to be a milkshake. The president ignored a question on what more needs to be done to stop the rising Omicron variant as he walked down the street to another store. Nantucket, where Biden is spending his Thanksgiving holiday, reinstituted an indoor mask mandate earlier this month. Biden has been criticized several times for not following local mask mandates while urging Americans to wear masks, including at an upscale Washington, D.C. restaurant in October where he was spotted walking through the eatery without a mask. Well, I mean, again, it's very clear what the message here is, guys. It's peasants versus non-peasants, right? Every time you look, it's always the elites not following their own rules, but everyone around them is following the rules, even though they all claim to be vaccinated, right? They all claim to be vaccinated, but the only people that got to follow the rules are the peasants, right? It's kind of crazy. In November, Biden was seen mingling with members of the public without a mask before putting it on for a photo op. So yeah, we got Biden here shaking hands, meeting with people maskless. Again, look at everybody else wearing a mask. The peasants, Secret Service, right? Everybody around him except him. And then he puts one on just to take a picture. These people are clowns. These people are clowns. And this guy Biden, right, who, again, we've talked about this before a lot, is falling in the polls, right? Falling in the polls hard, right? His poll numbers are atrocious. Approval rating is in the drain. He's indicated that he is going to run for president in 2024, that he is prepared to do so, right? Despite the fact that I think it would be a disaster if he ran. Now, there was another interesting poll that came out that I think maybe even more disastrous, as it shows that Kamala Harris and Michelle Obama are the Democrats' top 2024 picks if Biden doesn't run, right? Which to me indicates that the Democrats literally have nobody that can beat the Republican nominee in 2024, no matter who it is, right? At least at this point, in my opinion. So let's read here. Vice President Kamala Harris is the top choice for the Democrats if President Biden chooses not to run again in 2024, according to a new poll. The vice president received support from 13% of respondents in the Hill/Harris X poll, despite her historically low approval ratings, according to the Hill. Okay, so this is the most disliked VP in history, and she is the leading candidate if Biden does not run in 2024. And I mean, there's a good chance he's probably not going to be the nominee. I mean, listen, he can say he wants to run all he wants, but I just don't see how an 81, 82-year-old man is going to be able to stomach running on the campaign trail, right? Running for president once again. And to get his dude another 4 years, bruh, I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it. I have a hard time believing that. Former First Lady Michelle Obama came in second with the backing of 10%. So this is interesting because Michelle Obama is not a politician, right? She is Barack Obama's wife, who is a former president. And her being second tells you just how bad the field of Democrats actually are. They literally don't have anybody that can take the reins, right? I believe Cuomo was supposed to be the guy, right? Cuomo was supposed to be the guy up next, in my opinion. And I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking like, no, it's supposed to be Kamala. Well, I guess what I'm saying is that Joe didn't choose Kamala to be VP until like, what, the summer or something like that. We didn't really know. But you guys remember before that, Cuomo was the guy that everybody was like, oh, he's up next, right? He's going to be the one. Okay? That's who it was. Kamala only came into play after she became vice president. And then Cuomo threw his career down the drain with, those allegations and the nursing home scandal and stuff like that. So at this point, again, the Democrats to me don't seem to have anybody lined up. Receiving support below 10% were a handful of former 2020 hopefuls, including Senator Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, and Cory Booker, billionaire former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg, businessman Andrew Yang, and Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg. Now, out of a list of all those people, I don't think one of them could even come close to beating the Republican candidate. I mean, again, that's as of right now. That's as of things right now, considering how bad the Biden administration is doing. Things could change in the future. But could Bernie Sanders beat anybody in the GOP? I don't think so. Right? Elizabeth Warren, I don't think so. Cory Booker, definitely not. Michael Bloomberg, he's interesting. Yang, I think he's interesting as well. And Pete Buttigieg, I just don't know. But he has been the guy that a lot of people have been talking about as the guy that's supposed to be up next since Kamala's doing so bad. Right? So odds have kind of been on him. And guys, when I say they probably won't be able to beat any GOP candidate, what I really mean is that they probably won't be able to beat Trump or DeSantis, right? Those two are the top nominees for the GOP nomination as of right now. Okay, so when I say they probably can't beat the GOP candidate. That basically means Trump or DeSantis. That's what I mean. The former First Lady remains deeply popular within the party, but has repeatedly insisted she has no plans to run for any office. Obama is the co-chair of the Get Out and Vote initiative, When We All Vote, which she created. In 2017, she said, I wouldn't ask my children to do this again because when you run for high office, it's not just you, it's your whole family, according to The Independent. Another 13% of respondents said they would pick someone not listed on the poll, according to The Hill. Biden reportedly plans to run in 2024. He will be 81 on election day that year, but would turn 82 soon after. Biden's birthday is November 20th. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki reiterated last week that it was Biden's intention to run as the president aboard Air Force One for an early Thanksgiving visit with troops in North Carolina. Yeah, so who knows at this point, right? Biden says he's running, but his poll numbers are, again, ridiculously low, bad. And Kamala, his VP, has even worse poll numbers. So after that, they have somebody that's not even a politician, which is Michelle Obama, who said that she doesn't want to run, right? And then we look at that whole list of other potential Democratic candidates. None of those people look promising whatsoever, in my opinion, right? None of those people. So, and Democrats have a pretty bad situation on their hands here, in my opinion, if Michelle Obama is your best hope of winning in 2024. But who knows? I found this information to be interesting. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.